The success of your launch isn't made in the days that the cart is actually open. It's a combination of the work that you put in during the 6 months prior and after your launch too. Believe it or not, the actions you take after every launch can have a profound impact on the sales you make in future launches as well. So if the thought of recurring sellout launches sounds good, I'm going to break down my post-launch strategies in this week's video so you can make that happen. Hi, I'm Nikki Traylor and I help coaches, course creators, and digital product owners make more money from their products and programs by selling more and retaining more customers. Stay tuned to discover the 3 post-launch strategies that you need to create recurring sellout launches. The first thing you need to build into your launches is an audience feedback loop. If you want to continually grow your launches, you need to be on the pulse of what your customers want and need. And a big part of that is understanding why the people who bought from you did buy and why the people who didn't buy didn't make that choice either. Once you understand those 2 things clearly, you can refine your offering and messaging to match what your audience needs and wants without relying on guesswork. At the end of every launch, I send out a survey to people who didn't buy so I can understand why they may not have purchased the offer. So many people skip this step because they think it's always down to time or money. Can be true in 90% of the cases, but if you don't ask, you'll never know. And there are often surprise reasons that come up that you're really not expecting.
This is not what I expected.
You're never going to get better if you just make assumptions about what your audience want and need. The key to this survey is keeping it short and sweet. I only ask 2 questions and I keep it anonymous. The first question is this: why did you decide not to join this offer this time around? And you can actually put the name of your offer in there as well. And the second question, what would make it a hell yes to join us next time? Those 2 questions should be free response instead of adding multiple choice options. So you're not putting ideas into their heads and you get the real unfiltered thoughts that they have. A lot of people won't answer and a lot of people will just say they didn't have time or they didn't have the money. But it takes just 30 seconds to set this up. And for the responses that you do get, it's really invaluable. If you want, you can also request to get their name and their email address so you can ask follow-up questions, as long as you ask their permission to do this first. I've actually had responses come back saying that they weren't looking for that specific offer at that time, to which I've then asked, well, what were you looking for? And that has led to sales calls. So you never know what opportunities you're missing out on to start a conversation with your ideal clients. The other thing that you should consider is surveying the people who did actually buy from you. This is most effective when you ask at what we call the most seducible moment. This is when they're excited and open to hearing from you, typically at the point where they've just bought from you. The easiest way to get insights on why someone bought is to embed a 1-question survey on your thank you page. That's the page that shows up directly after someone buys. I have tested so many versions of this question, and the one that always gets the best responses is as follows. What was going on in your life that led you to sign up to X, name of your offer? Again, leave this as a free response and you'll be surprised at the kinds of responses that come back. With that information, you can look for repeated insights that can actually help you market your product or program even better. If something comes up time and time again, you can use this as an angle for one of your sales emails or feature it more prominently on your sales page. It may also spark inspiration for tweaks you need to make to your offer so that you can provide more of what people are looking for next time. The next thing you need after your sale is a curated onboarding experience. Now, you might be wondering what this has to do with your launch sales because the people you're onboarding have already bought from you. But hear me out because I promise this is going to help you make more sales in the long run. When someone makes a purchase, it's really normal for them to feel guilt or shame over that purchase, or at least to be nervous that it won't give them the results they want and that they were desiring when they made the purchase. So, if you do a great job in helping those people to get results, you have a ton of happy potential referral partners, affiliates, and ambassadors in your world without having to work too hard for it. Give your customers a great experience, get them great results, and of course, people will want to join your program because word spreads fast. Your onboarding experience should encourage your students or clients to use all the resources they have access to in your offer. It should remind them of the results that they could get and encourage them to take action. You want them to log into your course, use the resources that come with that course, and even share more with you about where they're at so you can best support them. Things like quizzes or surveys and reminders to log in all look great here. And even using gamification to train them to log into your course platform or interact in your community can add another dimension to this. Make the experience as good as possible and the results will follow. Referrals will follow closely behind. When people see the success that your students or clients are getting, they're going to be asking where they learn how to do it. You want your name to be on their lips. If you want more tips for increasing your online sales, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. The next thing I recommend is adding in a referral and retention funnel. Repeat customers spend 67% more than new customers and have a 60% average conversion rate if presented with the right offer after a positive experience with your brand, versus new customers, where the average conversion rate is below 5%. It's much easier and cheaper to retain a customer than to sell to someone completely new to you. So I always recommend planning launches specifically to segments of your audience who've already bought from you, with an offer that's an obvious next step from what they've already worked on with you. You can run a live launch or even automate this promotion based on behavioral triggers. So, for example, if they've watched all of the lessons in your course, you could set up an automated email funnel that offers them a program with the next steps, or offers them one-to-one support, or additional accountability to put that course into action. If you don't have an appropriate upsell offer, the next best thing to offer is a referral or affiliate program where they get rewarded for sharing. According to Drive Research, 76% of consumers trust recommendations from family and friends when making buying decisions, and 82% of consumers check online reviews before contacting local businesses. So having both of these things in place on autopilot can exponentially increase your sales or even speed up your sales timeline. You can ask your audience or people who've bought from you for a testimonial on autopilot when they hit a certain point through your program. And then you can ask them if they want more details on how they can earn rewards or cash for sharing your offer with people in their own audience. Again, this can all be automated, so it happens based on them hitting a certain milestone in your current program. By consistently aiming to get new referrals and recommendations, you increase the number of people in your audience, and even if they don't buy straight away, they're more likely to be paying attention the next time you launch. More eyeballs equals more sales. That's 3 things that you can easily add into your post-launch routine to help you continually grow your launches and generate more sales. If you found this helpful, you'll love my video breaking down the steps I take before every launch to set yourself up for success. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more launch strategies that you can apply in your business. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.